My first film was a children's film. It was a short film, which was, the producer was Sagar Garu and director was Mr. Perala. He's no more now. But that was my first film, and yes, even in the modern era, I was given the bare minimum equipment to shoot that, and we shot it in Kadapa. And at that time, Kadapa was around 52 degrees. But yes, we all survived, and we made a good film which won awards in the International Children's Film Festival, which was very good. And that was the first ever filming experience all by myself that I got credit. Next one was with Mr. Teja. Yes, mixed bag. It was really quick, very fast. And I did learn a lot from Teja Garu as well, regarding framing and commercial aspects as to what people wanted, and yes. And the third one was with Mr. Rasool, who happens to be my uncle as well. This was a more calmer, softer film, so it required a different form of lighting pattern. There were a lot less people acting in a scene and all of that, and it was completely shot in the States, so the weather really helped one, and it was a bare minimum crew, so it was good. It was easy to work on that one. It all depends on how the economy progresses and how far digital can really deal a blow to film, because to be very honest, digital at this stage has nothing to lose, because electronics and all of that will keep developing, but film has reached its saturation point as to how it can look. But digital will keep improving, and it will catch up with film sooner or later. It will do that. So yes, so one of the things with digital was say about for the last 15 years or so, digital has been making the noise that it's going to do it, it didn't do it. And then over the last 3 or 4 years, from 2007 onwards, it just went like that. And film just was Godsmacked. It was right there in high waters. They didn't know what to do. So that's how digital was. It kept going for 15 years and just shot up like that. What happened was, there was this time where, like you previously mentioned about digital wanting to take up. One of the things with digital was when digital was really making all that noise, even before it picked up, I thought, okay, if this is the future, might as well be the first wave to be there. And I kind of jumped in there. So I said, okay, if there are digital cameras, then I might as well learn how to shoot with these cameras. And I jumped in. When I jumped in, there was nobody around who I could discuss things with. So I kept experimenting with it, and thereon. So once you learned this, not fully, but you want to learn more. And I started getting pulled into the digital world, and pretty much went through all the cog and wheel, and went through the whole workflow. So this is where I ended up with. Digital is going to stay, and it's something that we've been working on, and I've been helping big manufacturers now with a lot of testing and design aspects and all of that, which means that there's a very good flow of information. When there is a lot of stuff being invented and innovated upon, then yeah, this is the space you have to be in. Well, Light Illusion is actually a UK company. It's run by a friend of mine called Steve Shaw, and Steve and I have been working together for the last couple of years. We've helped build a facility down south, and that's how we became very good friends, because I brought in the camera side of my knowledge, and he brought in his post side of the knowledge. We basically fused it in, and I had a lot to learn from him, because Steve happens to be a very big industry guru all over the world in terms of the post side. He's very well respected, and there was a lot to learn from him. And we just decided one day that, okay, since there is a lot there's a lot of dearth in India in terms of people wanting to know digital, let's open Light Illusion India, and that's how Light Illusion India came to being existing, because we're bringing the same knowledge that is available worldwide to India. We started in February this year. Not really. I mean, it was very straightforward. We knew exactly what to do, and a lot of people knew Light Illusion in India itself, because Light Illusion has dealt with companies such as Ad Labs or Reliance, Pixion, FutureWorks, all the post houses in India, and it was just a reaffirming thing for them that Light Illusion now has an Indian office and has the same amount of knowledge and service background as the one in UK. So it's easier for them to get in touch with me to get services or whatever done. Well, we basically are into the post-production process. And it basically deals with digital intermediate workflows. Digital intermediate is nothing but DI. What everyone in the post industry and the filming industry know. Everyone wants to do DI, color correction, graphics, visual effects, and we deal with digital cinematography as well. We work with the most high-end cameras available there, like the Alexas or the D21s, F35s, and then you have the Reds, Red MX and Epics and all those. So we deal with all these. We are trained and we work on all these. We test all these. We put them all together. We do numerous amount of tests, and we have a very good database and also a client relationship with people all over the world in the form of Warner Brothers, Photochem, Technicolor, Park Road Post, and all these. So we're very well informed. When there is something new, we get it immediately. When we get it immediately, it means India has got it immediately as well. So it doesn't mean that, okay, it's going to take another 6 months or a year before India gets it. India's already got it. I mean, we help build post-production houses, and we are consultants to them. We help build them, and we help them run it efficiently, the right way, without having to cut corners. And when you cut corners, what happens is you end up running into problems. When you do it the right way, you don't have a problem. You have the best looking image out there. Study as much as possible computer science, but yeah, I mean, computer science and broadcast engineering and video signal engineering, all this has to be of very high standard in India. I don't blame people for the lack of education as such, but there are a lot of people who do study, but the level in India has to improve. It is up to the educational side of it to improve that, because if you go abroad, you're hit with a lot of information in one single go, and someone who has never used a computer or used something that is very less. When he has an email account and that's about it, that's how much he uses the computer. He goes abroad and meets with his people of his class or whatever. He's going to bump into them real hard, because those guys are probably already doing coding or something like that, because at a very young age they're taught everything. They know everything. They can afford a computer and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, education has to improve. The way you think has to improve. Oh, absolutely. It did help I mean, I owe it to my parents for giving me that much. I did fight hard for some of them, but yes, it does help.